with the Liberation News Update. Here are the longest running and slowest running news team in modern history, River and Tom.
No, Melania. No, I've tried to talk to him, but he just keeps eating his boogers. Yeah, and I know we just can't get him to stop telling those fibs. Well, you and I know adults or even presidents are not supposed to tell that many lies a day. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, he tells everybody that the lies and the fibs will just disappear like a miracle. You know, like the virus. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. Other than an extended timeout, I don't know what we can do with Donnie. We're just going to have to send him home.
Right, Donnie.
Yeah. And you know, he's your husband. What's that? Oh, not for long? Oh, I see. Well, I got to go. I got to go, Mrs.
Bye.
Resident. Goodbye, Mrs. Resident.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the news.
All the news that's fit to eat.
First up in the news, the President advisor, Stephen Miller, says he has proof that Kamala Harris and her parents are illegal immigrants who snuck across the border from India and Jamaica. In response, President Trump has promised to build a wall on the border with India.
The National Rifle Association, whose top 4 officials have been charged by New York's Attorney General with self-dealing for spending millions of dollars on themselves and friends, has requested that all card-carrying members be disarmed by New York police. In an accompanying report from Charlton Heston's burial site, gravediggers have not been able to pry the gun from his cold, dead hands.
From my cold, dead hands.
With the COVID-19 pandemic still ravaging America, President Trump has appointed a new science advisor who has plans to eradicate it.
This just in. Vice President Mike Pence has promised that he will keep America's meat safe from Kamala Harris. After hearing that she wants to help Americans develop a healthier diet, Pence decided he must protect us from the liberal fascist meat police.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris would bury the economy under an avalanche of red tape, more regulation and more bureaucracy. In fact, the California senator that he named as his running mate this week said during her short campaign for president that Americans needed to be, and I quote, educated about the effect of our eating habits on our environment. Senator Kamala Harris said she would change the dietary guidelines of this country to reduce the amount of red meat Americans can eat. Well, I've got some red meat for you. We're not going to let Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cut America's meat.
Where's the beef?
In a related story, the Centers for Disease Control found fecal matter contamination in 90% of poultry, 75% of beef, and 43% of pork that they examined. There's nothing like a crap burger and fries or some baked chicken a la poop.
Hey, where's the beef?
I'm a steer, and they're steering you wrong. Listen now,
I'm a cow,
'cause I don't have long. Our
sweet backside
would like to stay together. We don't want to be your leather.
Won't you show me some love? Don't you make me kid glove or a jacket or a shoe? 'Cause my skin ain't for you. Do I make myself clear? Keep your hands off my rear.
Cattle and other ruminants contribute 37% of the greenhouse gas methane that's choking the world to death.
Clear path. do we got? Who knows the history?
Wildfires approaching. She was frantic. Collapsed.
There's more. Discharge from 4 artery bypass yesterday.
All right, somebody draw labs and get a blood gas.
What happened?
Intubated on the way, CPR ongoing.
Very low pulse.
Doesn't sound good.
It's a clear post-op infection. Pipeline's all clogged and
Temperature's
ruptured.
rising out of control.
Gotta open this chest up.
She's probably bleeding. Probably in tamponade.
Cheryl Drape,
Take over. Betadine?
you wire cutter. All right, cutting wires, need some help.
Clean hands, opening chest.
Gotta lower the body temp. Oh. There's a lot more damage than
Let somebody clean this up.
Start internal cardiac massage.
Give me an amp of Beppy.
Napa bicarb.
Paddles.
Heart's not moving.
Paddles.
How much? Charge to 100.
Clear. Heart's not pumping.
Keep massaging.
Still nothing.
Still no cardiac activity.
Does anybody feel pulse anywhere?
Keep massaging.
Not working. Systemic heart failure.
Heart's not pumping.
They're gone, Doc.
You want to call it?
Doctor.
We're done.
We have systemic failure.
Time of death. Midnight.
One passing, 2 1 passing, 2 passing, 3 passing. 1 passing, 2 passing.
As you know, the great Kanye West has begun a new campaign, Another Clown for President. We have a recent news conference with the great Kanye.
I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
Alistair Crow from the End Time Gazette. So what caused you to run?
Ever since Trump won, it proved that I could be president.
Jefferson Davis Beauregard from Stony Mountain Volunteer. With the 400 years of racism, slavery, lynching, and discrimination, whom do you think we should be holding accountable for that?
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison.
Stan Slaughterham from Meat Packers Monthly here. We've heard about the Kamala-Harris plan for America's health. What's yours for the many more afflicted in our society?
I got liposuction because I didn't want y'all to call me fat like y'all called Rob at the wedding. I was addicted to opioids. 2 days I got off of opioids. I'm in the hospital.
Captain Obvious and Colonel Bottom from the Unindicted Co-Conspirators Journal. We understand the Trump henchman Roger Stone is going to be one of your advisors. Why did you accept this convicted felon?
Really, the reason why they imprisoned him is because he started doing positive for the community.
You're a puppet.
No, you're a puppet.
You're a puppet.
You're a puppet.
You're a puppet.
Yeah.
You're a puppet. You're a puppet. You're a puppet.
Lois Lane from the marvelous DCAC graphic novels. We've known you said you admire the Hulk, but why else do you consider him one of your inspirations?
He started showing that he actually had power, that he wasn't just one of a monolithic voice, that he could wrap people around.
T.R. Smith from Liberation Brew. What was Kim's reaction to your asking Paris to be your running mate?
I went to Paris on that trip to protect her.
James Tiberius Kirk from the Genesis Project. Why did Trump's bodyguards harass you in front of Oprah's place the other night?
One of the things that she said that she heard is that they were coming to rob her and they had to wait till I had left.
Sister Immaculate Dejection from the Universe Bulletin. Mr. Kanye, you seem to be very attracted to white women. Why is that?
Ever since the Taylor Swift moment, it just had never been the same.
This is William Buckley Jr. of the Yale Picayune. Question for you, sir. You said that when you were president, you would reappoint J. Edgar Hoover as the head of the FBI. How and why you propose to do this?
There's infinite amounts of universe and there's alternate universe. So it's very important for me to get Hoover out because in an alternate universe, I am him.
George Will from the Almost Dead Republican Weekly. If you or Donald Trump win the election, what will happen?
The world will be a better place.
I'm here with the man who has created the first all-time COVID vaccine. This Russian triumph is recognized the world over. Here is Dr. Yuri Gotrov with the description of the process. You will speak now, Doctor.
Well, it wasn't really hard for us, not like the whole nuclear, I don't know. Our Belarus neighbors kindly volunteered, and yes, 80% of them, according to our friends Mr. Lukashenko and Mr. Trump. We have tested and have success. You can ask that great Russian blogger, Mr. Navalny.
Mr. Trump commented about the American-backed vaccine. We've had some setbacks in our testing for this virus that has many names, I like to call the China virus. The China virus. He further had this to say regarding his own testing.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
postman delivered the
Past due bill notice and the alarm clock rang 3 hours late. You remember that song? Last thing I needed, the first thing this morning. Yeah.
That was his wife's song.
I think the reason that we're here talking is we're trying to keep the Postal Service alive and well. Oh, beautiful. The post office is older than the United States itself. It's written in the Constitution. Oh yeah, when I was growing up in Abbott, that's the place where everybody met at post office. You know, I still remember my box number there. You know, going to the post office every day. When I was a little kid, you know, with me and the dog, that was our job. Yeah, right. I remember when we first started Farm Aid, big corporations were trying to tell them what to plant and what they couldn't plant. And the banks would tell them that you got to add so much pesticides, so much chemicals, or we're not going to give you the loan. It's still going on in practically everything.
Not only are they trying to privatize the post service, but they're now shutting down post offices all across America, tearing them down and selling them off.
What's the number of jobs affected?
Yeah, there are more than 500,000 in the postal workers unions.
It's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, it's
A lot of jobs.
a lot of, and good jobs.
And good jobs.
And they pay pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a union wage,
yeah.
proof that you don't have to McDonaldize. This sustains the middle class and sustains our local economy.
And plus, in the post office, you have all the wanted pictures.
Yeah.
You can check and see if you're up there. So join with me and organizations like Farm Aid in a grand alliance to save our public postal service, a public trust, and a national treasure. Thank you.
From sea to shining sea.
This just in. Benjamin Franklin, founder of the post office and dozens of other really cool things, has come back from history with Bob and Ted and Genghis Khan. He says they're looking for some orange-haired punk who's been messing with his mailboxes. It's been rumored that one of Franklin's earliest inventions was the wedgie. Uh-oh, Donnie.
Hey, thank you. It's Biff Barf here with the Sports Report. And this time on the Sports Report, I'm going to lead off with a partial score of a game already in progress. COVID-19, America nothing. Ooh, man. Looks like the red, white, and blue team has tested positive. Ooh. The NBA, at least the NBA is doing a little better. They're playing in a bubble, as we see here. Also, the Browns have tried playing in a bubble, but it's not working out quite as well for the NFL. Meanwhile, in the MLB, players who have not been following protocol have been sent down to the minors. But since there's no minor league baseball this year, their whereabouts is unknown. So remember, fans, these times of troubles, as that other lady says, keep your eye on the ball, or in this case, on the bubble. Good luck.
Not for a charcoal grill. No charcoal grills are allowed.
You're scared.
Please leave me alone.
You're white.
African American.
Illegally selling water without a permit.
But with cell phone cameras and social media, calling 911 on your black or brown neighbors just isn't what it used to be. Hi, I'm Niecy Nash, actress, inventor, and advocate for not calling 911 on black people for no goddamn reason. I'd like to introduce you to a radical new product that will save you all the headaches of being filmed and outed as a racist douche. It's called 1-844-WHITE-FEAR, and it's revolutionizing the way racist white people cope with black people living life near them.
1-844-WHITE-FEAR. There's a black guy outside my neighbor's house, and he's
walking around.
Our experienced staff have been living while black in America their entire lives. Darren here is a former Obama aide who had the cops called on him for moving into his new apartment.
Yes, that is actually your neighbor Michael. Yeah, no problem.
Our records are actually showing that's actually his boat. Yeah, I know. Black people have boats too now.
Studies show that people of color are more likely to be arrested, convicted, and serve longer sentences than white people for similar crimes. So calling 911 for non-emergency situations is really just a move.
I got so scared when I saw a black guy walking around outside, and so I called 1-844-WHITE FEAR, and it turns out we're neighbors, and I'm a racist.
Now, black people have been helping white people be better since always.
So, she's looking around and standing there?
Regular Frisbee or Ultimate Frisbee?
Call it when black people are having a barbecue, taking a nap in a rec room, mowing the lawn, waiting for a friend at a coffee shop, golfing, shopping, enjoying a vacation at their Airbnb, going to work, coming home from work, working while at work, campaigning for office, swimming with socks on, delivering newspapers, buying a house, selling water, parking their car, using a coupon, and so much more. 1-844-WHITE-FEAR. It's a real number for real white people who should mind their own damn business.
What's going on here?
If you've been a victim of 911 harassment, please email us at 844-WITFEAR@nytimes.com.
Now that the Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee report confirms the Mueller findings that the Trump campaign worked with Russians to win the 2016 election and that Trump committed perjury and obstruction of justice, President Donald Trump, in an effort to please his supporters and add diversity to the ticket, has apparently decided to drop Mike Pence and replace his vice presidential running mate with Vladimir Putin's horse, Trigorowski. Word now is that they will be huddling in Putin's barn to develop their strategy.
In these times of upheaval and trouble, we turn for spiritual guidance here at Liberation Brew to Sister Judy Kay and the Feel Good Ministry of the Air.
And now, brought to you through your goodwill offerings and the grace of our Lord. Remember, for every $100 gift, you receive your own personal Jesus car deodorant on a sacred string. And now, put your hands together for the Feel Good Ministry of the Air. Welcome, Sister Judy Kay.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to our Feel Good Ministry of the Air. This is Sister Judy Kay. We are coming to you today with a live studio audience. Thank you everyone. In beautiful downtown Altoona, Pennsylvania, in front of the Baker Mansion. Well, today Brother Jimmy John Buck is not with us because he is on a special mission to help those poor children in that Antifa, concentrated area in Portland, Oregon. He wants to bring Barbies to the babies there to give them a little relief from all the goings-on with the communist socialist people out there. And he's also honoring our late, dearly beloved Joe Bob Ed as well. And I want a special shout out to my special friend in Texas, John G. Chicanery. He sent me this lovely hat that I'm wearing in honor of him today. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? So, we have a special place in our heart for all you wonderful Texans and the governor, and you just got to pray harder. Pray harder and I think then everything will be okay with that Democrat virus and all of that stuff out there. Well, I don't exactly know what Antifa is, but I've heard that it's very nasty, and of course we got to pray for them as well. But we know that they're against our beloved President Donald Trump, and also the foreign communists and cannibals. I've just been hearing with this Q situation that the Democrats are cannibals as well, and so you got to figure that Joe Biden and that what's her name, Kabbalah is also one of the people that we have to pray for and then fight against. So, well, I think we have a special offer for all those friends of the president among our viewers, something that will help the cause of the Lord and other patriots everywhere.
We have good news for all you Christian meat eaters who want to get your vital proteins, honor Jesus, and truly appreciate our new president at the same time. The Feel Good Ministry of the Air has partnered with Trump International Meats for an opportunity that allows you, for just a small free will offering of $399.99 plus a simple shipping and handling fee, to receive 12 monthly deliveries of this delicious delicacy featuring a specially designed Spam roast that will tickle your taste buds and warm your hearts. That's right, folks. Pull your chair up to the table and serve yourself, serve Jesus, and help make America great again. Just call 1-800-TRUMP-LUMP today and receive a free pack of Trumpwurst too. Do it for Jesus, do it for your family, do it for your country. Call now.
Thank you, Jim. From time to time, we read a contribution from one of our parishioners. Today, we have something from Mr. Jacob Brainbottom from Mandasaken County, Nebraska. During an impassioned sermon about death and the final judgment, the pastor said forcefully, "Each member of the church is going to die and face judgment." You know, that's something for all of us to remember, too, even though this is a joke. It's no joke about that. Glancing down at the front pew, he noticed a man with a big smile on his face. The minister repeated his point louder. "Each member of this church is going to die and face judgment." The man nodded and smiled even more. This really got the preacher wound up. He pounded the pulpit emphatically when he came to the ultimatum. Each member of this church is going to die and face judgment. Though everyone else in the congregation was looking somber, the man in front continued to smile. Oh dear. Finally, the preacher stepped off the podium, stood in front of the man and shouted, "I said each member of this church is going to die." The man grinned from ear to ear. After the service was over, the preacher made a beeline for this man. "I don't get it," the preacher said in frustration. "Whenever I said each member of the church is going to die, your smile got bigger. Why?" "I'm not a member of this church," the man replied. That's funny, isn't it, Jim? But I'm not sure that I get it exactly because, we all have to be, responsible to the Lord. And so even though we can joke and have a good time, we have to remember that we're all going to face judgment one day. Now, on our last show, thank you, everyone. So nice to have a live studio audience here in the studio. Now, on our last show, we said we would announce the competition that will allow you to truly sit with Jesus on a genuine relic made from pieces of the bench that our Lord sat on. Oh, wow, I hope I get to sit with them. And on the day before, the night before the Last Supper, this was the bench that Jesus actually sat on the day before, the night before the Last Supper. Oh my goodness. Tell the folks about it, Jim.
Sitting with Jesus, recently discovered through clues that our Reverend Joe Bobed left us before he departed for his rendezvous with the Lord. This bench is yours to sit on here at Feel Good Ministries of the Air. Just a $50 donation will give you a chance to sit on this sacred relic, made up of pieces of the bench that Jesus sat upon the day before, the night before the Last Supper. 12 blessed souls will be selected to visit the Baker Mansion in Altoona to share the bench with Jesus during our services. So send your checks, money orders, or call with your credit card numbers. Serve Jesus, honor the Reverend, and rest your bones next to the Lord. You won't be sorry.
Well, thank you so much, Jim. Praise the Lord. And praise our president as well. Thank you. And praise all of you as well. Now, see you next time when we'll have an offer regarding the discovery of St. Pete's sacred toenail clippings set in amber with every $100 Goodwill offering. Now, this is special because I don't think anyone else is offering the toenails of St. Peter in an amber setting. So all the money goes to the Feel Good Ministry, and just remember, as you do this, that I am Sister Judy Kay, and you are wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus, you're our God.
This just in. President Trump has just announced that he is outlawing all COVID-19 tests. He claims there's already too many virus cases. He says only he can protect us from the evil Chinese virus caused by the Democrats and that horrible foreign woman, Kabbalah.
In our final story, we're sorry to report that during the recent Democratic convention, 1,000 people around the country drowned in a sea of love. Republican Party members refused to help unless the drowning Dems took their mask off. So may all your news be good news.
And every child get a new pair of shoes.
But I think you're the best thing on TV since Golardi.
Hello, Liberal Bias TV. I'm just calling to make a suggestion. Why don't you have like a debate between opposing viewpoints instead of having just a one-sided conversation all the time? Because then you might be more like a legitimate news show instead of just plain straight-up propaganda.
Go to Europe and believe American fathers are fairly thinking on it. You're in the minority, you know that, right? I have never seen such insufferable trash in my life.